Are we on?
So says upcoming, but that's because my phone takes a second. It's always rude. Should be.
It looks like it's working.
All right, talk.
Hello. Is your volume up?
Yeah, it's going.
I think it's working.
There you go.
Yay!
This takes a minute sometimes.
It's working. I'll give it a few minutes. See if anybody comes in. It shows one, but I'm pretty sure that's you. Yay, Lauren's here.
I just had to put in my very special corgi emojis.
Lauren's always here.
Yes. That sounds like a haunting thing.
It's such a shame that they don't show up.
Oh, it doesn't?
Not on StreamYard. I'm sure it shows up on there.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Let me look
I'm
at
so dumb.
it. Oh, it's so cute.
I like that it's like, it shows me spooktacular.
That's pretty neat, actually. And you're also a mod, right?
Yes, I am. It has my little gear.
I don't really get the trolls, thankfully.
I'm gonna put all of mine in there so everyone knows what's in here. My face.
Are you doing emojis?
Yes.
Oh.
We only have 4 right now.
Oh, you know what? I should tell Emily that we're live. Because I think she missed the last one.
See, there's all the little emojis.
Well, they're cute, aren't they?
I love them. Worth it.
The faces match the emotions, right?
Yes. Well, I think so. Happy. You have to read it.
Happy, mad, excited, sad.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I was like, I can't see that far.
Who's in here besides Lauren? Talk to me.
She just had a coffee.
Actually, I'm not even halfway done with it.
You take so long with coffee.
I take so long?
With coffee. I've already been done.
It's harsh on the stomach, man.
I know. What do you think? I'd get it all over with.
Well, I guess that person's not going to talk.
3 people. We have to wait.
Eventually, I'm going to run out of corgi wallpapers to put up there.
Nah.
I have this neon corgi theme going on, and I really dig it.
So it's fine. You and Andy will.
But I only have a couple more lives before I run out.
Oh well, then she won't make lives after that.
That'll be it.
That's
Sorry.
It. Unless your husband wants to make you some.
I'll have to start a new theme or something. My whole life is corgis, okay? That is the theme of my life.
I was like, well, what other theme can we do?
I don't know. Some other type of corgi theme. Can't be dolls, even though that's what this channel's supposed to be.
Shoot.
I did get a new doll today. It's not a reborn.
Sam says hi.
Hi, Sam. I got a new, well, it's a new Monster High doll, but it's one of their Cree-productions, so it's a reproduction of a G1 Generation 1 doll. Hi, Emily.
It's a Boo original pre-production.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like,
TM.
I'm like,
It's Toralei Stripe, who was the werecat, I guess. I don't know. I never had her when I collected before, so very excited to have her now. And actually, I accidentally got 2 of them. Accidentally on purpose, kind of. So they delivered it, but they delivered it to the mailroom, and I couldn't get into the locker because they're supposed to put it in the locker, shut the door, and then it's supposed to give me a code. But I don't know what happened. It didn't give me a code, so I contacted Amazon, and I'm like, hey, your driver messed up. And they're like, here's another one. I'm like, oh, cool. Now I got one in the box and one out of the box. Thank you, Amazon. Bonus.
That's what I wanted.
Is it my birthday?
Not for a minute.
I know.
It's too hot.
It is too hot. I would never. At this time of year?
No, you're not a
I
summer.
would never.
You're not a summer baby.
No. I'm a winter when everything's dead. No, I'm kidding.
Like my soul.
No. My soul is very much alive. My soul is an Aries. Actually, my chart is Capricorn, Taurus, and Leo.
Did you see that coming? Did any of y'all see that coming?
Goat. Is it bull?
Yes.
Goat, bull, and lion.
Yeah.
So 1 ego, 2 stubborn. It's perfect. It fits.
What was mine again? I forget.
You always ask me that.
Yeah.
Look it up on your phone.
I'm supposed to be monitoring things.
I'm trying to think.
I might have it up here.
Here, let me go in and I'm going to make Sam a moderator. Do you want to be a moderator, Sam?
Since, you know, I'm kind of,
How do I do that? I have to go into... I don't know how to do nothing. Hold on.
Maybe you'll let me do it.
Hold on. I don't think you can.
I don't know. I'm gonna try.
I think I have to do it on YouTube. Hold on a second. Hold on.
No, I can only put her in timeout. I'm not going
Don't
to
do that.
I'm not going to do that.
All right, let's see. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. Aries, a ram. Stubborn, is that what you meant to say, Emily? See, I feel like I should have been an Aries, kind of, although Leo fits pretty well.
Yeah. I think it might fit.
What are you saying?
Nothing at all. I can't find it.
I think she's trying to say stubborn.
I can't find it.
You can't find it?
Cannot.
I want to say you had Gemini in there.
Was that Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces?
I think so. I like astrology. I dip my toes in it. Not the whole me, just my tippy toes.
If someone asks you for all of that stuff, just stay away from her. Too late. It's too late for me.
It's too late for you. You already here.
Yeah. I think it might have been this one.
Yeah, stubborn.
Was it Capricorn, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Pisces, right? No. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. It was.
That's not me.
No.
It's got to be you.
No, I don't know if that was right. Sun is the one you're born, right?
Sun is the one everybody says is their sign.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know though. Capricorn are like supposed to be money hoarding and very ambitious in terms of like they're like CEOs, and that's just not really my vibe. Oh man, I would love that. I would pay you to do that. I know exactly what time I was born.
Me too.
I would love to know.
Well, I don't even see what she's saying.
She said she can do birthday charts. I would love that. That's the Leo. I'm like, tell me more about me.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, you're more Leo than you are Aries. Well, you are very fiery. Leos are fiery and very conceited.
Did you just call me conceited?
No, I just said Leos are.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kick you right out the bed.
I'm a goat too.
Yeah, but you're on the cusp.
I'm almost.
Lauren's more of an Aquarius. I'm telling you.
I'm weird.
I'm not a fan of Aquarius.
He's an Aquarius.
I mean, okay, Apollo
Excuse
is different.
me.
My son.
You leave him alone.
My boy.
He is a good boy.
No, my sister's an Aquarius, and I dated an Aquarius,
And my mother's an Aquarius.
I'm not talking about your mom, but my experiences have not been great.
I mean, I'm on the edge.
Like I said.
See, you know, it's funny though, because you're like, you call me a January Capricorn. My grandma is also the same day as me. We are the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't.
The rest of her chart must look real different.
She must be. I have to see if she remembers.
People say that January's the hardcore ones, but I don't think that's true. I think December Capricorn are the hardcore ones.
I think it just depends, because I'm really, like, I'm the very last day of being Capricorn. And they're like, but I would like to say that I was born 2 weeks late. Does it, because, I don't know.
I was supposed to be a Christmas baby, but I was fashionably late.
You didn't want to share with the fat man.
No. I still get, the combo gifts. I like that stuff to an extent. My problem is being regulated to a standard according to my sign. Yeah. You once told me, Sam, that you're a textbook Pisces.
Yeah, but only when she wanted to be.
Pisces are tricky,
Yeah, trickier than Aquarius, but you like Pisces a lot.
Unfortunately, yes, I do. It's bitten me in the ass many a time.
Emily told you to message her birthday.
I see that.
and time.
I will do that because that makes me very excited.
That's a shush.
Hush now. She don't like me telling the truth out here.
None of these streets don't be doing that.
No, I wish I knew your birth time, Sam. I do the little bit to see your rising and your moon sign. It really makes a huge difference, at least for me. But then you've got these motherfuckers that are triple Scorpio. Jesus.
Stay away from them.
Yeah. I could stand to have a little more Capricorn, I think. I do I am very generous with my money, with my finances. I do have that where they show the Capricorn and the girl's here, I'll pay, it's my card, I sent you money, here's this, here's that. I am that, but
she likes to throw her card down.
I do. What did Ems used to call that? I wish she was here. My bestie Ems.
Phone a friend.
No. She's at work.
Oh, who cares? It's fine. That'll make it more fun.
To call her at work? I don't think she'd appreciate that.
Probably not.
I talked to her earlier because it's National Chihuahua Day.
Yeah.
So, she has a Chihuahua, and we had Zeus. Mm-hmm. So, sad business for me, but I had to wish her happy National Chihuahua Day, obviously.
I'm still going to wish you a happy National Chihuahua Day.
She told me that I should play the Chihuahua song and then pour one out for my homie. Right. I'm like, pour what? Bone broth? What do you want me to...
Tequila.
Pour out? No!
Come on. Not that any of us drink that, but...
I was an afternoon baby. I was almost 2 p.m.
I was 2:51 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you were an hour after me.
Yeah.
On a different day, though.
But I was waited for years. I was also born in Miami, Florida, which explains a whole lot.
Yes, it does.
I absorbed it.
So, okay, updates. The apartment management did refund us for the Airbnb, or did reimburse us, I guess I should say, in full. So that was good. And what else was I going to say? We came back and it still reeked because they had shut everything downstairs again. And so we talked to them and we're like, you need to open this up. You need to open this up. Then Lauren went down to talk to the manager because I had talked to him in the morning and he's like, okay, send me your Airbnb receipt. I'll get that credited to your account and we'll make sure that everything stays open downstairs. And I'm like, okay, great. Because it still smells in here. We had all the windows and stuff open because Andy came home earlier than we did and opened everything up. So it was airing out, but it was safe. It just, I wanted them to leave it open all day since they didn't ventilate it properly initially. And so then Lauren goes down there and it's all shut. So she went back down to the office, talked to the manager again. He said, okay, I'll let maintenance know. They need to reopen it. I don't know why they keep doing this. She starts walking out of the office and she's on the phone with me telling me, hey, I just talked to him and he said, they're going to make sure it stays open, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's great. And while she's talking to me, the maintenance guy comes up and accosts her. He's like, do you want to come into the, apartment and see if that it smells or doesn't smell or whatever? And Lauren's like, totally unexpected. She's like, I just talked to the manager. I don't know. I don't want to talk to you, bro.
Right.
So that pissed me off. So then I had to get up and go downstairs and, go talk to him. And it was fun. Then we had a standing water heater repair. This is some petty shit, I suspect. We had a standing water heater, repair request in because it was leaking. And it was a subtle, minor leak, but still, they needed to get it fixed.
Minor can turn to major real fast.
Yeah, so they came and fixed that yesterday afternoon after this altercation, right? And then we went to bed and didn't realize that our water was never turned back on after the repair. So the water we had was the little bit that was in the pipes, and that was it. And I sort of suspect that was like a retaliation of sorts for telling on the maintenance guy.
Same maintenance guy.
Because it was the same guy, yeah. But everything is good now. I have my money back, as I suspected. The dogs are happy. We're happy. Everything is good.
Everyone's settled back in.
Yeah.
They know it's normal.
It was really nice to sleep in my own bed. I really like...
Emily's making fun of him that we told.
Boo-hoo. Yeah, mold, exactly. I don't want that shit.
Not again.
That's why we had to leave that house we were renting. That's a whole... Well, that and major plumbing problems. Like, you should not... I'll make the story very short. A long, painful story very short. I should not have to take a piss at the gas station up the street when I'm paying $2,500 a month for rent and we have 3 bathrooms. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I still have, I think it's 4 years from the date that we moved out to sue him. Mm-hmm. So still thinking about it, but yeah. Poor guy, huh? I had to tell on him.
Oh.
I had to spank your ass. You made me do it. I'm sorry. It's illegal to keep my water off because you pissed at me, though. And I do know that. And I will call the city of Dallas. I am not the one. Ask Lauren.
No,
I've done it before.
Many times.
Not here, but I've had to do it before for air conditioning. And then they issued him a citation and a fat fine.
You've had to call the city of Dallas on a couple of places.
Oh, I did have to call here for the animal thing. So when it snowed here.
Oh. That sucks, Sam.
Yeah. I can't believe that. I would be so angry. I'm in my tub every day. She's fine. She'll come back up.
Okay.
I would be so mad. What was I talking about? Oh, the animal thing.
The animal thing.
So there was this dog during the little bitty bit of winter. I hesitate to even call it that because that implies a whole season, which it is not. It's a couple of days when you're in Dallas, but it snowed here, which, you know, again, only a couple days a year does it get that cold. But this guy was leaving his dog out on his patio in the freezing fucking cold weather. And we're not talking about like a husky, okay? Which I still don't agree with that. I just don't. Take your dog inside. But he was leaving it out on the patio, and it was this like short-haired breed, larger breed dog. But it looked to be a senior, like the way it was moving, it just looked like it had arthritis. And I'm like, take the fucking dog inside. One, he's big enough to jump over the fence of the patio area. So I don't want him jumping at my dogs because I have a reactive dog who barks at every gust of wind, right? So I'm like, I don't want an altercation. And it was right around the time Athena was getting spayed. I was like, I can't have this. I can't have her getting excitable. But also, it's now freezing outside. The problem started right as the temperatures were dropping. So when I talked to them, I first called animal control, and they're like, there's nothing we can do. And so then I called the city. There are city codes that prevent you from leaving your animal outside forever, especially when it's cold or extremely hot.
Texas.
Right. So I called code enforcement and they were like, oh yeah, we'll be right out. And they were. And he was out on the patio the next day, and that's when the temperatures were dropping. And I said, look, not only is this, you know, a concern at this point from the standpoint of him jumping over and hurting my dog, but also it's fucking cold. Like, and they're like, oh, absolutely. Anytime it's below 35, they have to be inside. They have to. So they issued him a fine, and I never saw that dog on the porch again. So I hope that, you know, nothing bad happened to the dog because of that, but it's not okay. Why do you have a dog if you're going to leave it outside all the time?
Like, if you're going to be out with them or whatever, that's different.
That's animal abuse.
But, like, the porch that they were leaving them on, the thing came up to, like, my waist.
That was a big dog.
Yeah, like, that was my waist.
That was a big boy.
Over that.
Yeah, I just didn't.
I wouldn't even want it out in the little yards that we have, which are slightly smaller, but I've seen dogs break those fences.
If you don't take your babies inside, then you don't deserve to have them. Mm-hmm. Huh, Paulo? He's passed out with his belly up.
Yeah, he just did a little pop when she was
Big old Pete's in the air.
I think he's recovered
Recovered?
from being out of the house for one night.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Percy was the one that was the most unsettled, having to go to the Airbnb.
That's because he hasn't gone anywhere in his entire life.
Yeah, I had to tell the management people, I'm like, I don't travel because of my issues, my health issues. I don't like to travel. I'm a homebody. I like to be home. I like to go out and do things during the day with the dogs or with friends or whatever. But I'm a homebody. I like to be home. My home is exactly how I like it. And I don't like to leave it, especially unexpectedly, and especially after I've just had major, very painful flare up of my issues. Like, I don't want to have to go anywhere. That's the last fucking thing I want to do.
Well, because it's so fresh, it's like you still have the what if I have another flare again because it just happened.
Yeah. No more dog issues? That's awesome, Sam. Looks like they could do something after all, huh?
Dude, when growing up, we always had yappy dog neighbors, and we refused to be one. My mom and I.
I don't know if it's just, I don't know. Some people aren't raised right. I'm sorry. But I grew up in a neighborhood with a bunch of other houses. We all knew, it was a small town. We all knew our neighbors. Like,
yeah,
we were told how to act, like my sister and I. You don't scream when you're going through the neighborhood. You don't go in people's yards and mess with things. Yes, exactly. I like people, but I can people from my house, or I can people locally. I don't need to go nowhere.
It's like I told you, I like day trips for certain reasons, but emphasis on the day part.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're socializing right now.
I don't have regular anxiety, but I do have like health related anxiety because at any moment I can go from real good to absolutely dog shit in a hot second and with no warning. So I don't like to be far from home just in case. And that's why my house is exactly how I like it. I spent many years making it exactly how I want it. So yeah, I had to tell him, I'm like, that's not a fun vacation for me. It's not, ooh, yay, I get to spend the night in a big house. That ain't for me. If it was my house, yeah. But
it's not.
I like to be home. My dogs like to be home. When they're stressed, I'm stressed. And you can't really explain it, It's not like a kid. You can't say, hey, we're just here for one night. It's for your safety. They don't understand,
They did awesome, though.
They did. I was impressed. Even Percy eventually settled, but...
He just needed some... Look, he's been with us since he's breeder. So basically for 2 years he's been with us, and we haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
He's moved, but everything of his has been with him immediately. So he knows this is mine.
Well, and it must smell quite different to a dog, like...
Well, because we don't know who's been there. We don't know who sniffs there.
Whose animals have been there.
Also, we don't know who he smells outside.
Probably some wild animals.
Right. And he goes, I like it outside, but I don't want it inside.
He didn't know what was going on, and I can't explain it to him, and that kills me. Look, stresses me out.
He's also a drama king.
He is. He's my little drama king. He does this thing where he's like upset about something. He'll like puff his cheeks out with air, yeah. And he won't like necessarily like bark, but he'll puff his cheeks out like he can't believe the audacity of just being told, don't eat that, from the ground outside, leave it, whatever. He's like, pfft. But so when he does that, Lauren will be like, what's wrong, King? What's the matter, King? Because he's my little drama king.
He's done that since he was little.
He's the baby, and he acts like the baby.
Apollo
He's very sweet, though.
Yeah. Apollo does the she poops very rarely, but Percy does it a lot.
Percy's a baby. Now, Apollo's a man.
He is.
Because he has sired puppies prior to us getting him. He wasn't supposed to.
He made oopsies.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But I would love to have like a Percy puppy one day. I would love to have an Apollo puppy. We'll have to see how everything shakes out. I cannot deal with a puppy right now. We're full up on corgis.
The inn is full.
No. So the other thing that happened this morning, in addition to waking up with the water off, I have these really beautiful feathers. One of them's really huge. They're different ones that we found like at the park and the nature preserve and stuff. And one of them's like almost twice the size of my hand. It might be twice the size of my hand. It's really cool. And I've had them sitting on my shelf. They're above where the dogs can reach them, but they've been sitting up there through several moves. They're always in the same place. You know, they've been sitting up there just fine. Apparently, either the ceiling fan above or like the standalone AC unit that I have next to my cabinet, which we have central AC, but I like it really cold, so I have a separate big AC unit in here that it's about to my waist. It vents out the window, but I guess it was too close to the cabinet and it blew them off somehow. It's been going for months, but somehow it just blew them off last night. So I wake up to like the dogs, Apollo and Athena are like barking at each other, and I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? It's like 5 a.m. I'm like, get your asses up here. So they get back up on the bed with me. Then I wake up this morning and I'm headed to the bathroom and I look down and there's feathers on the floor and they have like pulled the soft part of the feathers off. And I'm like, oh, that's what you guys were fighting over this morning.
A bird.
Fucking feathers.
Like,
so then I had to contact the vet because I have the vet on chat, you know, and video call. I have that subscription with it's called Modern Animal. But so I contacted them and I'm like, so here's what happened. And she's like, nah, you're good. It's fine. They're not going to get hurt by that as long as they didn't eat the big, like, what do they call those? The barb or whatever. Yeah. The quill part. Yeah, I guess that's what you call it. The big sharp part.
The kind they use when they use it for you know, writing.
So yeah, I think it was this farm boy because I think he's probably had a chicken at some point. So. He says, there's a chicken in here, Mom. Don't worry, I got it.
I'm like, buddy,
I'm going to save you.
I'm so upset.
He's like, this is the biggest chicken feather I ever saw.
Because it wasn't.
I'm going to save you, Mom.
I'm pretty sure it was a hawk feather.
It was something big.
And I know. So I'm glad.
I'm sad because I loved those feathers. They were so pretty. I still have the shorter ones from different birds, but it ruined my big one, and that makes me sad.
I was at work when she showed you, like, oh no, are the babies okay? I'm upset, but are the babies okay?
They're fine. Just goes to show you, when you think you have the room, like, dog-proof, there's always some stupid bullshit that can happen. You can never be too careful. And I'm pretty careful.
She's very careful.
I'm pretty anal retentive when it comes to them, and
even if we put nothing on the ground, we still like quadruple check everything before it's time.
Yep.
Because you never know.
Because they're little vacuums.
Especially the little one.
They're little hoovers. They're always looking for something.
They are. She especially.
Can't do nothing.
Man, I'm like laying over here like a pretzel because I couldn't.
I know. That's how I end up at night with him.
I have more of the bed that I've seen happen to you.
Yeah. Usually I have a leg off.
It's funny when I'm home from work, you'll sometimes call me like, help, I can't move.
It is hard to corgi proof, Sam. She knows.
They're too smart.
I'll never forget. So when Percy was a puppy, he was probably, I want to say 8 months. We had trained him initially to go on wee-wee pads, which the breeder had started him on that training, and while we were finishing out his vaccinations, his puppy shots, because of parvo, we kept him on wee-wee pads until he was done with his series of vaccinations, because parvo is deadly, and especially to puppies. I don't even fuck around with that. You can go on a wee-wee pad until your shots are complete and you're protected, and then, then that's when we started going to parks and stuff. But he was trained to go on a wee-wee pad, so if he had to pee, he had to poop, he'd go on the pad. Well, one day randomly, he had to throw up. And he walked over to the wee-wee pad. He started to gag. And I was like, uh-oh, he's going to throw up. And he went over to the wee-wee pad and puked on the wee-wee pad. From halfway across the room. I was like, how did he know to do that? That's some putting stuff together shit that some humans can't even do, okay? Let's be real. I was like, he just went to the wee-wee pad to throw up on it rather than throw up on the rug.
Because he was on the rug.
smart. Like they're fucking smart.
Smarter than me. Well, my favorite is one we still use today, the backup or watch out.
Yeah, he knows that.
Because he will not leave a room if you tell him to back up.
Yeah.
We have the gates set up everywhere so that
we taught him that because we didn't want him, like when the dogs are playing and he was playing with M's dog, when the other dog will go to get water, he's still up in their face. So we're like, Percy, back up. And so he learned to like back up and stay there. He's very smart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched them like a hawk. So when he got to the stage where he started to try to chew on him, I was right there to make sure that didn't happen. But yeah, little brats. I'm telling you, they're puppies until they're 2 years old. Do you hear that out there? Every time I go live.
I hear it, but I don't see it.
I know. I hear your tiny dick, but I can't see it. Yeah. So sad. Sorry, bro.
I'm not. Work on yourself.
Work on yourself?
Yes.
What are you supposed to do about what nature didn't give you?
I'm not allowed to talk about that. It might get your channel.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
There they go again. Oh, it's Theta.
She passed out. They're both passed
right
out.
On your computer, basically.
It's after dinner nap.
Yes. Post dinner nap. I feel that.
Let's see. I'm gonna answer a text from Andy real quick. So yeah, everything is done. But like when I go through stressful stuff, people who have like health issues probably will understand. It sets my body off. Like when it's happening, like I mentioned before, my adrenaline works really well, so I can go and go and go and go and go until it's done. And then the minute my mind relaxes, my body just like falls apart. So a lot of pain today. But
goes very quickly from Superman to Clark Kent.
Yeah. But I stay Superman until the shit is taken care of.
Yes, and then crash.
And then I'm like, all right, where's my phone booth? I need to go be human now.
Well, what happens is kryptonite.
Yes.
Entered into your bloodstream and you're effed.
Yeah, the loss of stress is the kryptonite.
Yes.
My body's like, we don't have to
wait,
run the show anymore.
Wait,
cool.
So
Good night.
So is the theory for longevity all the stress?
I guess all the stress forever till I die.
Which will be like in a month, if that were to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting older. I don't know if I last that long.
Yeah. So I had to go to the office for some other reason today, nothing bad, and he popped out of the office. The manager had asked me if it still smelled. He emailed you.
Yeah, he emailed me.
It was funny.
He's like, I put the credit on. Is everything okay? How's the smell this morning? I said, it's gone. I appreciate it.
It's funny. He's just popped out. I'm like...
He's like, oh no.
I'm like, I'm not coming for that. I'm coming for something completely normal.
Right.
Like, look, I don't want to come see y'all either.
Right.
I don't want to see none of y'all.
I know. I'm worse in the morning, to be honest. I still get up because I have to because of the dogs. But my body has a higher incidence of fucking me over in the morning than it does at night. It's like it's not stabilized yet. It's weird.
Your body's still adjusting to being awake.
So there's 3 people in here. One of them's you.
Mine says 5.
So that means there's 2 people not talking. You should say hi. I don't bite.
Yeah, you
Usually. Only under very specific circumstances. Some good, some bad, right?
Yes. Yeah.
My dogs might bite, though.
Well,
Athena for sure.
Apollo is nibby, but
Apollo wouldn't. He's
That's
a sweet
why I said
boy.
nibby, not bites.
He does little baby nibs when
It's
he's
so
playing.
cute, especially because he's such a big boy. He does the gentlest little nibs. I'm like, we heard his actual bark.
He has the funniest bark. I recorded it for Sam because he's the biggest corgi that we have. Apollo is, and Percy has a real like deep-chested ass bark.
Sam says yes.
I saw that. But his bark is like, it's like a Yorkie. It's this yappy little, yeah.
Squeaks.
And I'm like, is that, when we first got him, I'm like, is that him? Like, but we did find out he can do a big protective bark. I don't know why he chooses not to the rest of the time. What do you mean, Emily?
Background?
I don't know.
Well, do the dog's kissing face sound.
Oh, that wakes him up, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're pretty tanked, though.
But,
Their bellies are full.
they heard, I think, Andy come in last night.
Yeah.
And Apollo did an actual bark.
Oof.
And then
Yeah.
we were both took a minute and like, wait, did Apollo just bark?
He can do it. It's in there.
He just chooses not to.
He just picks his spots.
That's
Because he's so zen, I'm telling
yeah,
you.
he does the baby little squeaks because that's actually really pathetic. It makes me want to take him out.
Not sure. Oh, got it. But yeah, he has it in him to do a big bark. He just doesn't most of the time. He does a little cutesy bark, which I wonder if he like picked that up from where he grew up, because
Right.
I know the mom had a smaller dog.
Oh my god. That'd be so
And
cute.
I guess it was a hypoallergenic breed, although I'm not aware of any that are small, but she said it was. I mean, anything's more hypoallergenic than a corgi, for fuck's sake.
Shoot.
They shed like a husky. I
I was
mean,
gonna say the only things that are as bad as a corgi is a husky.
they got that double coat. It's a constant battle.
Yeah, you were just cleaning up some corgi.
And he's like, oh, we need to get a Roomba. I'm like, oh, no. Because corgis already don't like vacuums. Percy's okay, and the reason Percy's okay is that we had, in the house we were in when we first got him, we had a huge second living room that was just his play area, and it was hardwood floors. So every single time, which was multiple times a day, when he would have his big playtime, we would vacuum. Like, I would vacuum that like a psycho, because I never wanted anything on the floor that could ever hurt him. And, their little mouths are like right to the floor trying to eat any bullshit that happens to be there. So several times a day, I would vacuum that area. And so to him, the sound of the vacuum means, oh, I get to go have a lot of fun and I get to play ball, and, we'd throw it across the house for him. So for him, the vacuum is a good thing. But these two, my tricolors, Apollo and Athena, don't like it. Not one bit. Athena is like afraid of it, I think. And we're getting her desensitized. I don't force her to interact with it. I just don't make a big deal when I'm vacuuming. And initially she was like scared and shaking and watching, like, oh my God, it's going to eat my mom.
Right.
And Lauren's holding her, or Andy's holding her, and she's shaking like a leaf. And she's better now.
We're telling her it's all right.
She'll bark a couple times, but I would just do like the hand vacuum, the little dust buster.
Yeah.
And she's gotten used to it, but I don't ever like push it in her face or anything. I don't know if her former owners, some people chase their dogs with the vacuum because they think it's funny, which I think is fucking sick.
I feel like that's what they did.
And I don't know, like, I don't want to slander nobody. I don't know if that's what happened, but her reaction, it's pretty extreme.
Like, even
Apollo jumps. He like jumps at the floor like a fox jump repeatedly and barks at it.
I've seen a lot of corgis.
But his is like, fuck you. Like he's
Yeah.
getting mad at it. Hers is like fear.
So Percy, I have to get him.
He does like brushing a lot. Apollo does.
Apollo does.
Percy's fussy.
Percy gets fussy. I can get him. We have to have him remember what the brush is and that he actually likes it.
He has to sniff it several times.
You have to
He
brush
has
it
to-
on yourself.
Yeah, you have to brush your arm.
And
Apollo loves it.
I don't remember Athena. She likes it, I think, too.
She does all right with it.
I think because she's actually good too. She'll jump in the bathtub.
Yeah,
Even
Athena.
if we don't want her to have a bath.
Oh, yeah. So when we first got Athena, I have this big garden tub. It's my favorite thing in the world. My huge bathtub. I love it so much. But I brought her in the bathroom with me, and I turned around, I was washing my hands or something, and I look, like I turned back around. No sound, okay? There was no sound.
So quiet.
It's like a ninja. I turn around, and she's standing in the tub like, is this what we're doing? That's what we're in here for? I'm like, no, but I'm glad that you're cool with it.
Right? Even when we give her a bath,
She doesn't fuss. Percy, on the other
Oh
hand,
my god.
oh my god. Banjo is also a corgi, in case you guys don't know. They're so funny. Each time he's like, "That's mine, that's mine."
If
Okay.
I did that with Percy, he'd try to eat it. I have tried that once. Because he knows this is for your fur, and he tried to eat his own fur.
Smokey used to ride on it. That's so cute. Yeah, we can't have a Roomba. There's no way.
Yeah. Well, see, I remember also with Percy when he was a puppy, I would purposely vacuum his puppy play area with the little vacuums and he'd get used to it. He would try to chase it at first.
He doesn't care about the big one though either.
He don't care about the big one. He don't care about the little one. All he sees it as is I get to come out.
Yeah, I get to play.
That's all
I get big playtime when he hears the sound.
Uh-huh.
He gets excited, whereas Athena does not. But she's better now. She'll give a couple barks. But again, I don't like. I'll be in the other room and she'll just hear it and she'll do a couple barks. But I think that she's getting used to it, and
we're also not being cruel with it.
No, and I don't think that's funny.
It's not funny.
I don't think it's funny to scare an animal. I think that's abusive and terrible.
And
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I've had dogs that I gave them no association with the vacuum, like Dakota, and she wasn't afraid of it. She just looked at it like, ugh, this thing again.
Zeus was funny because when I would vacuum, I would put it, I'd vacuum right next to him. He'd be sitting in his bed and he'd look at it like, don't fucking come into my bed. As long as you don't come into my bed with that, we're good. Right. And he'd give it like the side eye, but he wouldn't bark. He wouldn't get up. And he knew I wasn't going to bother him with it. But he would definitely give it a look like, don't fucking come up in my bed.
Don't take my stand.
Get out my face,
Don't you put me in there.
But he wasn't afraid.
Nah, he was just like, this thing.
He said, oh no, she's doing that again.
Oh my god, I love the videos of cats riding on rooms.
That's so funny. I bet you miss her. Animals crack me up. All their little distinct personalities. Aww.
Apollo thinks anytime we leave a room we're in, he gets to go outside.
Oh yeah.
He sees Athena going outside. He gets jealous because he wants to go outside.
I told Lauren, she was at work. So these two, they're so funny with each other, Apollo and Athena. They love each other so much. And they'll have little spats if one of them wants a toy or whatever, but they're very sweet together. And she was licking his face this morning and he was licking her face back, and then she put her head on top of his, so it was stacked corgis, smaller one on top. It was so cute. And I told Lauren, she goes, well, how are they doing? I said, they were making out this morning. And she goes, don't say that. It's kissy face. I said, well, there was a whole lot of it.
Don't you say they're making out.
They were. They were making out.
They were doing kissy face.
It's so cute. She cleans his ears for him.
Yeah.
You're such a wifey, Athena.
So different with him. And I love it.
Yeah. It's he's her emotional support animal.
She needs that.
She does. She got the anxiety.
She sips on that a little too much.
She's sipping on the anxiety.
I mean, same, but I'm sorry.
The thing with Athena, this is what I suspect, just based on her lack of medical records and the condition she was in when we rescued her, and the fact that they didn't know why her tooth was broken. They just didn't seem to have a whole lot of fucks for her in general. And I don't think it was abusive. It was an abusive situation, but I do think that she was a dog, just a dog, quote unquote. Yeah. And I can't vibe with that. But
you can't just a dog, corgi. I'm sorry, you can't.
I think she wasn't paid much attention to. Certainly not the level of attention she gets here. I mean, so I think that's part of, getting put in another home, okay? Going to another home. You have to think of it if you're a human, it's like if someone came into your house that doesn't speak your language, kidnapped you, okay? It's like human trafficking. They take you down, put you in their car. You have no idea who they are. You have no idea where you're going. You have no idea what's happening. I mean, that's what happens when
calling you,
you know?
another name.
Yeah, like your whole life is gone. And even if it wasn't awesome, it's still everything that's familiar to you, especially if you've been with that family since you were a baby, since you were a puppy. I mean, that's what it's like. So it's traumatic.
You're 2.5
and
and you're somewhere else.
yeah, so it's more traumatic for them than I think people realize, and they have a longer memory than I think people realize. I mean, I've worked with enough, like, I would call them aggressive, but abused dogs, aggressive because they were abused, to know like they have triggers just like we do. It's traumatic, and it sticks with them. So I think she's very bonded to us. So I think not having had that and then coming here and experiencing that, it's very, I think it's created in her mind the scenario of, oh, that can happen anytime.
Even now.
Because I can't explain to her, you're here forever. This is it. Like, you will never have to worry about being rehomed again. So in her mind, I think now that that's been introduced as a possibility and she really loves her life with us, I think that's created some anxiety that doesn't need to be there, but she doesn't know that. Only time will fix that. And it was sort of similar with Zeus. We got Zeus from the shelter and really didn't know too much about his past, but it was a PetSmart. Like it's in the back of PetSmart or Petco. I can't remember which one. I think it's PetSmart. They have that adoption center in the back. Yeah. I think they work with Operation Kindness. That's where we got Zeus. And so for a couple of solid years, he didn't want to go because it's at the back of the store. He wouldn't go to the back of PetSmart.
Any PetSmart.
He would just like hit the brakes, all legs splayed out, total like plant stop. Freaking out when we would get halfway to the back.
But any store.
And if you needed, no, it was PetSmart.
PetSmart.
And if you had to go to the back, say to get a crate or to get something that was in the back, or to pee,
yeah,
you'd have to pick him up. But he got over it. He did, but it took time. He also got really nervous if we would move house. The first time it was just terrible. He was like throwing up because he was so stressed, and I was like, oh my God, we got to find a way to do this that doesn't stress him out so much. So the next time we moved with Zeus, we had one room that he stayed in, our bedroom where he slept at night, and we kept that all exactly the same. We moved the whole rest of the house, and then once the whole rest of the house was moved, in one day we would move the bedroom and Zeus, and so he was coming to at least familiar smelling things, familiar furniture, familiar everything, even if it was a different house. And that stopped him from actually throwing up, but you could see that he was still stressed.
He also did not like
No, he didn't. And like one time we had a bunch of boxes because we were moving stuff to our storage unit and just like spring cleaning. He didn't like boxes out, whether it was moving house or moving things around, rearranging, whatever. He didn't like that. And I suspect it's because his owner had passed away and that's how he ended up at the shelter in the first place. So I'm sure there were boxes involved, and then his whole life was upheaved, So, and he was 8 when we got him, so he was established, in that situation, and then everything changed. So they really do remember.
Athena also doesn't like if we switch schedules around and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I sometimes work until.
That's all dogs though. They like their routine.
She's finally used to it, I think. She doesn't seem as frantic when I get home as she used to. Like, she used to seem like very upset when I would get home late.
Yeah.
And now she seems okay, which I'm happy.
I
was stressed, and I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was working late, I was just thinking about her being stressed out at home.
Well, it takes time, and so when we got her, initially she had all these issues, superficial issues, like the infection on her stomach and full anal glands and whatever. We got that taken care of. We got her shots done properly because they had just done another 1-year set, and I was like, she's supposed to have her 3-year set after the first set, but of course they didn't do that. So we got everything taken care of, and then she started having what we now know was her hip issues. So we're trying to figure that out. Had her spay scheduled, then she went into heat. So that was fun. So she went through that. Then we had her spay scheduled again a second time, and she was taking some medicine for her hips that was not safe to have like surgery with. It was actually a supplement, but Something just told me to look it up. I think it was hawthornberry or something. Wasn't good for like bleeding. It made you, it's like a blood thinner almost. And the way that like NSAIDs will be before you have surgery, they tell you to stop those, like Advil, Aleve, all that stuff, anti-inflammatories, same effect. And the vet, I had cleared her supplements with 2 different vets, and they said, yeah, it's good. She's good to have surgery with that. Well, then I looked it up myself because I just can't. I have to be like extra. I have to, because it's, if something goes wrong, I'd never forgive myself. So I looked it up and I saw that, yeah, it's not recommended that you have surgery with having taken that supplement. It's recommended you stop for 2 weeks beforehand. So I was like, okay. Then I talked to the vet who was actually doing the spay, and I'm like, this is what I'm seeing on the internet. And she's like, I really feel like it would be best to wait. She's like, there's no reason not to. She's just been through a heat cycle. She's not going to have another one immediately. Just go ahead and wait. So it took forever. 3 reschedulings, or 2 reschedulings and 1 final appointment.
It felt like it was never going to happen.
It felt like forever. But we finally got her spayed. It's so stressful. Anything with them, especially if you have a reactive dog, it's so stressful. Because they're supposed to rest. Sam says both mine know exactly what time they're supposed to eat breakfast and dinner. Yeah, they do. They harass us.
Zeus cracked me up because when it was daylight savings time, he started.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Zeus would always start harassing an hour before his food, like very lightly.
Yeah, he'd be like, eh.
And we're like, no.
I'm like, it ain't time yet, bro.
And so he'd give up for like 10 minutes.
Eh.
As we got closer and closer, he would up the ante.
Like, have I ever forgotten one time? No. In fact, more than once, he got second dinner like a hobbit.
My favorite's when he got second breakfast.
Yeah.
Because I think I had a different job at the time, so I fed him before work. And then Andy fed him.
Yeah.
And then you're like, did you feed Zeus? I'm like, yep, I told you. And you're like, well.
I'm like, that little stinker.
He lied through his little teeth.
But yeah, he was a little hobbit. He's not going to refuse second breakfast, second dinner.
These guys are pretty good about not harassing about food.
Athena knows what time it is. Before it's that time. She's like, you know what time it's about to be?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dinner. I know. I got you.
And she's like,
I'm on it.
She's like ready
every day, bro.
Every
Same
day.
time.
Same time every day. We never forget. They're like, well, we don't want today to be the day you forget.
They're just helping,
They are helping.
If only they'd help with the rest of my schedule, Like if she's like, hey, you got a doctor's appointment today, don't forget.
No, she does help.
ADHD, motherfucker.
She does help with your schedule. It's her. She goes,
it's her schedule that she's helping you with.
I have to poop. We're like, we know.
What you doing, baby? She dreaming. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get that squirrel.
She said I was dreaming about food.
Same. Scroll up to my own heart right there.
Yeah, you never eat.
I eat like a bird.
Lauren very rarely eats anything, and then she's like, my stomach hurts, or I feel dizzy, and I'm like, did you eat today?
I'm like, I
Nah?
don't remember.
I can't imagine.
I'm like, does a Red Bull count?
No.
Well, it's gonna happen.
It does not.
I do snack in the mornings now because it keeps me awake while I'm delivering.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it.
It's almost like what? What's the phrase I'm looking for?
I don't know. I never say it.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Nah.
Yeah.
We'll let you sit with it.
No.
We'll let you sit with it all.
No. I was right. That's the phrase you're looking for.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's almost as if, I don't know.
You should be real used to saying it. It should just fall right off your tongue. Right?
It's like someone is right. I don't know. Must be Jeff Bezos.
No, it's not him.
He'd rather if I would piss
Him and his dick-shaped rocket taking Katy Perry to space.
Dude, he'd rather I piss in a bottle.
Oh yeah, so Sam, did I ever tell you why you're not allowed to take pictures in the Amazon warehouse? I snuck a picture to her a long time ago when I work Amazon Flex. I snuck a picture of the inside of the warehouse. Did I ever tell you why you're not supposed to do that? I'm curious.
I don't remember. You should just say it anyway.
The reason that they don't want pictures taken in the warehouse is because apparently the warehouse employees were not getting enough breaks or their breaks on time. So in someone's photo, they had captured that they were having to piss in bottles. That's what a good company Amazon is. Oh, is it really that bad? I heard it was bad.
Oh, dang.
What's bad about it? Is it just like the story's not good because they changed it, or like what's... I typically don't watch too much live action. I am going to be watching Stitch though, because Stitch is my favorite.
No, I have to. I feel like I would be failing myself if I didn't watch it. Jesus.
Isn't that insane, Sam?
Oh man, that's...
I'm not the one, okay? I'm going to tell you.
You know what's coming out this summer?
What?
The reboot of King of the Hill.
They're rebooting King of the Hill?
They're doing, no, not rebooting, but like a continuation.
Oh boy.
Actually, it looks really good.
Is it the same people?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
The ones that are still alive.
I meant animation wise and
yes,
like...
it looks the same.
Okay.
It actually looks really good. They've aged them because it's supposed to be set later. So
I love me some King of the Hill.
I know, that's why I'm excited.
I'm gonna be real
look,
critical.
Look, I can be. I am not as like worried about animation.
Bless you,
than I am
Apollo.
about, like live action. The CGI is terrible. The acting is atrocious, and it just has this 1990s PBS feeling to it. Dang.
Oh. You think so?
Oh, big boy.
Oh man.
That's terrible. No one. I still find that completely ironic. Snow White originally was the one that.
That was their OG, man.
That was their OG. That was the one that saved Disney from going under. And now look at it. Look what they've done to it.
That sucks. It's pretty bad when you can't even get through it.
Right. Like, there's a couple of the live action ones I liked a lot, or moderately okay.
Can you guys hear us okay? Because I have my computer on the bed. I'm hoping it's not like
Oh, and there's a dog.
killing the sound. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Does that change anything? Oh yeah, it does. Oh, don't get up, Athena. I'm not going nowhere.
She's sensitive.
She's activated.
She'll be back.
Hi, baby. You want to come back up?
She'll be back.
Did you make a mistake?
Yeah, because nobody was going anywhere.
Don't jump on your brother.
I don't know why sometimes when we're doing live, I'll like hold my phone up like it's my mic and I'm like...
I saw you doing that. I wasn't going to say nothing.
Yeah, okay. You're just going to slightly judge me.
I wasn't going to embarrass you, but since you brought it up...
I can embarrass myself just
okay.
fine, thanks.
All right, good.
I'm good at that too.
You got this. Good to know. So eventually I'm going to make a doll video. Probably.
We are?
Me.
You are?
It's not your channel, it's mine.
Well, I help sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I have some in mind that I need to do. I just haven't gotten around to it. And it seems like every time I'm like, okay, today I'm going to do it. And something else happens, like, toxic fumes, and we have to flee. We have to flee to the B&B. I'm going to post a video. I might put it in membership. I don't know. Of just showing the Airbnb, and I shot some video, and there's some listing photos. It's a real nice house. I hope they didn't get evicted.
I kind of want to drive by there if it wasn't so far to see if there's stuff's on the lawn.
Oh, the Zeus doll is coming along very slowly. I'm trying to find, because he was predominantly like ginger colored, like Percy, but longer. Come here, Athena.
Okay.
I'm trying to find white hair because he also had tiny little spots of actual white, and with reborn hair it's kind of like yellowy white or like platinum blonde, which is not white. So I'm trying to find some for the little patches of white that he had, because he had one of his front legs, the white came up higher than the other, so we would always tell him to pull up his sock on the side that didn't come up. Athena, don't do that. Your little nose is going to close the live.
She would.
She does all kinds of things on my phone. She'll like nose my phone and text somebody. I don't know how she does it. She'll open apps. Like, what are you doing?
She's done that when she just like licked my screen. I'm like, how did you do what you just did?
She's got a tiny little nose because she's a tiny little girl.
Yeah, she is.
I wonder if all the litter, the whole litter from her litter was tiny, or if it's just her.
Or if she's the one.
Because she's little bitty.
She is teeny.
Yeah.
I got the big one on my leg and I feel like it's going to fall off.
The Baloof.
The Baloof. Okay, so we have these amazing names. We have Zeus, Perseus, Athena, and Baloof.
So the reason the dogs are named what they're named, I think everybody knows this that is my friend, but is because of Zeus. Because Zeus is the god of gods in Greek pantheon, so we wanted to continue. And we didn't give him that name. He came with that name from the shelter.
And that attitude.
And that attitude. It was perfect. It was the perfect name for him. So I will never have another dog named Zeus because that is him. He's very, very special. But we decided to continue his legacy with the Greek god and goddess names. So we have Athena, Apollo, and Perseus. Perseus.
See, Percy had it was because of the, that statue.
Oh yeah, not everybody knows that meme, but the statue of Perseus with the badonkadonk. And it says, no way he snuck up on Medusa with them things clapping. That's you, Apollo. That's also why part of why he's named Percy, because corgi butt.
And he definitely got one. Hi, baby.
She says, I think my dad's home. I can hear stuff in the rest of the house.
And Athena is a little warrior, and she lives up to that name. Being
her name is perfect. Yeah, all long bottoms.
Yes.
I love it.
When they're in trouble, they have everybody's last name thrown in there.
Yeah, Athena Marie. Percy gets a Perseus long bottom every once in a while.
Perseus. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. It's kind of funny. My husband, when he was little, he had a friend in his class whose name also was Andrew. Sam knows this story. And so the teacher was like, start of the school year, she's like, all right, we got 2 Andrews. How do we want to do this? Does one of you want to go by Andrew and one go by Andy? Or do you want to go by Andy S and you go by Andy B? Like, how would you guys like to do this? So my husband pops off with, oh, my mom calls me Andrew, goddammit. So somebody said something to him at work the other day, and they're like, God damn it, Andrew. And he's like, it's Andrew, goddammit. Thank you very much. That's my Christian name.
Heather's here. She says she's on.
Hi!
Again, I'm on here watching True Crime.
Damn it, I knew there was somebody I forgot to message. My true crime buddy.
Who are you watching?
Is it YouTube True Crime?
Because I listen to that a lot while I'm driving around. Today was Bailey Sarian and Cannibals.
That's so funny. What are you doing?
I think I've watched through all of most of Mr. Ballin's stuff twice.
Annie Elise.
I need to check it out.
Come here.
So I could tell what Mr. Ballin era I'm in because it tells me, and we upload 4 to 5 times a week.
Oh, it changes, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because it's when when you first start, you upload all the time, and then it's like, okay, 3 times a week, and then it's. Oh, I love Kendall. At least I did until she. Yeah.
I like Kendall. I like that chapter. I like
Coffee House Crime.
Coffee House Crime. I haven't watched him in a long time. Why is he not coming up on my thing?
I don't know. Is he still active?
Is YouTube doing that? I don't show you all your subscriptions bullshit because I haven't seen him in a long time.
I can't check because I'm on YouTube.
I like Dreading. I like
something scary. Is that what it is?
It's not really true crime, but I like Nexpo and Night Mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the Nexpo's voice puts me instantly to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
Mm-hmm. I do like sometimes watching. Who were we watching earlier? Shane.
I'm trying to remember.
Ryan and Shane.
Watcher. Ryan Bergara.
Yeah. I sometimes like
Shane
them.
Madej.
Yeah. I sometimes like them. It has to be. I don't like the one they have right now, but that's not their fault. I just don't like the kind that they're covering.
Those are fictional stories, though.
Mm.
They used to do like the ghost hunting stuff, which was kind of interesting.
I like the one we watch a lot, the one where Shane goes, it's a slug. The guy in the trailer or something.
Oh yeah, I have to check out Annie Elise.
I think I've seen that name a couple of times on YouTube. I like Eleanor Neal. Andy hates her.
Is that the one that you said was better when she was fat?
Yes.
So what's the difference?
I don't know. Something about her energy and her attitude. I think that she may have been. I feel like she went on Ozempic like everybody else did, but before everybody else did, because it felt like one week she was like a normal, bigger weight, and then suddenly, boom.
Maybe she's sick.
Nah.
And that's why she's not as
She parties.
fun anymore. She parties?
Oh, she parties.
How do you know she
She
parties?
talks about it. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh.
I'm like, I know what she do.
She can't be partying too much if she's on something like Ozempic.
Well, I don't know what she do.
I don't think that stuff mixes well with alcohol like most meds don't.
She got it. She's good.
Oh, okay. Emma Kinney, criminal psychology.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay. I haven't heard of her either, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I like they all cover similar cases, but they all do it so differently.
Taking a screenshot just so I remember these names, and I will forget, and I need to make me a list.
Yeah, remind me because I'll go subscribe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, like you said, I like these people because they have like a different perspective. Bailey does it for me still. Even
Bailey's funny.
I like her.
I like her dark history stuff too.
Oh, her dark history actually gets my attention. It's the only time I've ever paid attention in history class.
No, bitch, I was sweating.
I was sweating. Oh my god.
That's funny. I think the same thing's happening to Lizzo. Everybody's saying she's on Ozempic, and that'll be the thing now. Anytime anybody loses any weight, no matter what, it's got to be that.
Don't be talking about Oprah, even though Oprah's been doing the yo-yo thing for years.
No, it's who has really bad Ozempic face? Sharon Osbourne.
She does.
Ooh, yeah. And what's that other guy? He's affiliated with the Kardashians. I'm trying to remember his name.
Is it Rob? Maybe? I don't know.
No, it's Scott. I think his name is Scott.
Oh, I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm not up on my Kardashian trivia.
Now I know what an Ozempic face looks like because you showed me the way.
I showed you the way.
Yeah,
Who were we talking about?
Kendall.
Was it Kendall?
Yeah.
We were talking about something, and I said, no, that person's on Ozempic, and you said, how can you tell? And I said, because they have Ozempic face.
Yeah, I think you were talking about somebody else, but you showed me on Kendall because we happen to have.
Kendall's isn't as bad because she's younger.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Sharon Osbourne, like, I would never take that shit.
I gotta look.
For one thing, it causes, like, some major issues in some folks, and I already have enough issues with my digestive system. I don't need no help.
Well, here's the thing: is it seems like it's very widely just you guys are the guinea pigs, the ones on it now.
Anytime there's a new drug.
Yeah, like they're the guinea pigs. Cause I don't feel like it was that.
Yeah, exactly. It's too new, and also, like, people are having to have their bowels cut out. I'm telling you, I already have enough issues.
Right. Well, like, it's kind of the same thing when everyone was going gung-ho for veneers. And now
now it's disaster. Who do I watch? Oh, what's her name? She's always talking about fillers are ruining your face and, like, Botox is killing people. And it's just interesting. What is her name? Ugh.
What kind of channel does she do?
It's just commentary, like celebrity commentary.
Is it like the girl we want, Jamie French?
No, I love Jamie French, though.
She cracks me.
You guys watch Jamie French? She's fucking hilarious.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, exactly. That fat removal be making people look old.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hot as hell in Fort Worth today like it is here?
Fort Worth.
I'm assuming it is. It said it was going to be hotter in South Texas, which we are not in, but it's still hot here. It said it was going to be hotter than the Sahara Desert.
Man, I was like, thank God I'm not in South Texas.
Yeah, I think it only made it to 99 today, which is more than enough.
Right.
I want to move somewhere cold. I'm over it.
Moving to Antarctica.
How'd you find me, Courtney Ann? And yes, it did. It can creep back to where it came from.
Right.
I'm not ready yet. We don't get enough cold weather. Heather. Yes. Yzma? Is that her name? From Emperor's New Groove? That's funny. Yeah, they do.
You know how many times that I
Oh, yay.
quote Yzma?
I promise I'm going to make some more. I was just telling everybody. They're
Someday.
coming. I still have my dolls. I love them very much. I haven't watched that in so long.
Yeah, well, I will forever. It's the same as Shrek for me. It will forever be in my Emperor's New Groove, Shrek, and Lilo and Stitch. They live rent free in my.
I love Lilo and Stitch.
I can't wait. I feel like one day we need to show your Stitch doll that you have.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, he's a crack up.
Yeah, I meant to show him on my channel. Again, this is partially ADHD and me just not feeling the YouTubes anymore for various reasons. But I'm gonna get there. I'm getting back into it. And also I'm just very busy with the dogs, and they're more fun than anything for me. They're the best thing in my life. I love them so much.
They're so funny.
So I'd rather spend my whole day with corgis than most humans. Not y'all. Y'all are lovely, but corgis are better than most humans, I think.
You're flanked.
I am.
Really? Right now she has
They're on each side of me laying down. We got you, Mom.
It's very clear that Athena, who's in the middle of us, is very clearly flanking you and not me.
Athena's the big boss, even though she's the tiny girl.
She's teeny. She's only 17 pounds.
I feel kind of bad because I have a doll channel and it's, pretty much Reborn specific, but I've gone into Monster High and I've gone into Rainbow High, which is kind of not a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now it's dogs all the time.
Yeah, two
Yes. I'm telling you, once you have a corgi. I love all dogs, but
there's something about corgis that are pretty special. I didn't know how much I'd love them.
they're so much fun.
Even though they're smarter than me.
They're smarter than
They
you.
are.
Screw that, are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Are you smarter than a corgi?
Are you smarter than my corgi?
No. I'm not.
I bet not.
There's a reason I'm a spare.
No. A spare parent.
I'm a spare. I hear Dad.
Dad's home.
We mute suddenly because you guys need to be saved
from Athena barking at her dad.
So if you hear no noise, it's okay. Anyone with corgis also knows.
Well, it's nice to meet a person that's close. I don't know, other than people that I knew beforehand that have moved to Texas from the community, I don't know anybody here who's into Reborns. Anybody. Yes, exactly. It's their bachanka donks.
Dude. Percy today, we had to put him away, but it took 10 times because he was doing something so cute, but they were he's
fine. He had to go in his crate for a minute, but he's so dang cute. And they know how to milk it. If they're in trouble, they're doing something they're not supposed to do, they just give you that look, and you're not that I ever get mad at them, but I'm I can't even be mildly irritated because you're so fucking adorable. I just laugh. I just be laughing at him. I'm I see that mischief you're trying to do.
He does this thing where he'll I call it his potato roll, where he'll roll on his back to show his belly, and he does a certain he makes his head somehow pointed.
He'll shoot his fantastic smile at you.
And I held
Like, no, I'm too cute to be in trouble.
Basically, it's so funny. Apollo.
They know how cute they
Apollo
are.
had to tell him no for something downstairs, I think, because I didn't want him to sniff a certain area. And he just looks up at me like, hi. I'm like, hi, putty. He wags his little nub at me. I'm like, did you just realize it was me?
Someday I'm going to have a corgi with a full tail.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Ooh, buddy.
Yep.
Uh,
The little bastard. I hope he's okay. Everything goes in their mouth, man. They're very food motivated. Every corgi I've ever met. It's great for training, but oh no. Man. Poor guy.
Well, he's doing okay now.
She's a good dog mama. She makes his food from scratch because I think from what I remember you saying, Heather, he has some issues. Poor little baby. They know not what they get into and do.
They don't, and then they'll do it again because they really don't know what they get into and do.
Poor Chewie. I love that name. I assume it's from Chewbacca. Might be in a ween.
Sometimes she just gives me her face.
Just puts her head in your hands.
Yeah,
she's very kissy.
He's fine.
Oh, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Ours, no. We have gates, dog gates in various areas of the house that latch. But if we leave them not fully latched, but just shut, both Percy and Apollo, they'll like put their paw around it and pop it open. The first time Percy did it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did you get out here? Because I was making his food. He was in the other room, and I shut the gate. I thought I shut the gate. I didn't latch the gate. He just popped it right open. I'm like, oh.
And then he's sitting.
And he's sitting there like, look what I did. I'm like, oh, okay. Good to know that you can do that. I'll keep that in mind.
Because now it's never, ever, ever going to be
exactly.
Like that. So no, we thought we were smarter than them by making it, because we can, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Door. So we thought, we're like, okay, if we just make it so that he can't push it, it should be no.
Oh, wow. I hope to God mine never figured that out. I don't even want to read that out loud in case they're listening. Close your ears.
Close your ears.
That's intense. We have the like metal ones that are screwed into the door frame.
We have a taller one in here because Athena jumps.
Athena can jump, man. She's
so
not supposed to.
Because she's so small.
But if she wants to, she has, yeah, we have the taller one in here because she will clear a regular gate, no problem.
She's like a little gazelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're too smart for their own good, for sure.
They're so smart, they're dumb.
Yeah. That's what Sam always says. It's like I call him dumb smart.
She doesn't, like, she does try to jump at this gate, but she doesn't try to go over. She's mostly just mad because she wants to be our little shadow all the time.
Yeah. Now, they told me when we got Apollo, they said the only issue that he had behavioral. Oh, I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Hurting. Yeah. The only issue he had behavioral wise was that he gets a little food aggressive, and we feed them separate anyways. They're all fed in separate rooms of the house, of the apartment, so they're already separated. But when I go into the kitchen to get all the food ready, she has to have a conniption fit because she's so excited about her food. And I'm like, every single day, twice a day, every day, I come back with your food bowl. You don't have to like bark at me.
Like, you know, the longer you
She's like, Mom. I'm like, yes, I know. I got you. That's why I'm out here.
It's like,
in case you don't know, I'm here for you.
I'm doing something for you.
It's all about you.
Once in a while, we can get away with, look what I'm getting you, and she'll stop for half a second.
That's why I can't have no girlfriend, because I already have a lady in my life that's very demanding, and it's my daughter, my dogter.
Your dogter.
My Athena, warrior princess.
The only way you can have a girlfriend is if they're just as obsessed with the corgis as you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to create that opportunity.
CorgiCon.
And because they said,
Excuse me.
what?
CorgiCon. Heather says CorgiCon. What is this? Where am I missing?
Oh, I don't know, but I wanted to go to Chonk Fest.
I'm like, I want to go to CorgiCon.
See, we need to live somewhere else.
Right?
Texas is lame.
Texas is lame. We went to one meetup and Percy was terrified.
He was too young to really understand what was going on. I think there were so many corgis there.
They were all very polite.
They were very polite.
He was just little and scared. That's when he used to wear his little life vest looking harness.
Yeah, see, I don't want to even mess with it because Athena has a little bit of food aggression, which her former owners told us about as well.
Yeah.
The thing I was talking about, I realized when I watched back the other live, I didn't say, I'm like, there's two things I learned, and in typical ADHD fashion, I didn't tell the other thing about rescuing corgis. The first one was that they tend to be put up to find new homes at like the 1.5 year mark, which is sad because they're fantastic dogs, but you got to get through that T-Rex period. And the other thing was that every single female that I came across, it said must be only dog. Must be only dog, must be only dog, must be only dog. And I was like, well, that ain't our house, you know what I mean? But those are the two things that were interesting about when we were like actively searching for Apollo before we got him. It was like every female must be only dog, must be only dog, must be only dog. And some of the boy dogs said that, but very few. But every single female. Mm-hmm. And if it didn't say it, when I asked about it, they're like, oh no, must be only dog. I'm like, all right. Oh, I love that.
We're moving.
I know.
I want to go to some corgi thing.
Man, I would be all over that.
We would totally bring Apollo.
We could go together.
Apollo loves everything and everyone.
He does.
Oh my god, that sounds like heaven.
He's a sweet boy.
A giant beach full of thousands of corgis. My favorite is when you see like a corgi meet up and there's like always a dog that is not a corgi and they will herd together that one dog.
They might be a corgi mix. A lot of times people will bring a corgi
Sometimes
mix.
Sometimes a corgi mix, but other times like...
Though you can usually tell a corgi mix because it's just I've like a corgi with a different dog costume on.
Labs getting herded by corgis and labs looking confused. Like, what is happening?
They're hard corg.
Shut up.
But
this is what I live with.
She loves it.
I'm just as bad.
There's a lot of dad jokes that happen in this house.
And puns. Puns and dad jokes. That is, if we can describe the house.
It's the lifeblood of our household.
Spooky.
Corgis, puns, and dad jokes.
Spooky.
And haunted shit.
Yes. Oh man.
I want to go to a corgi con.
Now I'm feeling left out and pouty.
Salty.
Right. The thing is that he gets so hot easy.
Yeah, it's not like here though. California doesn't get as hot as Texas, right? From what I remember, Heather.
I've never been there before. My mom has. She loves the big forest. Redwoods?
The redwoods, yeah.
My mom loves those. She's been there. She said that it feels amazing there.
It is, yeah. It is amazing. There's parts of the West Coast that I really miss. But I thought about it. I really did. I really did. And it may happen. It's either going to be like California, Colorado, or Maine. I'm really in love with Maine for some reason. And it's not just Stephen King, although. And it's not just the badass. Is it the governor of Maine?
Yeah.
That woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Cool.
Love her.
I like it because of Once Upon a Time.
But California's, also.
I like Maine because of Once Upon a Time.
Pretty progressive. It'd be Northern California, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But then you're close to... Northern California is close to... I was just going to say the state of Washington, right?
Well, Oregon's in the middle, but yeah.
Okay.
It's not close.
Closer than
the West Coast is Washington, Oregon, California.
Okay.
Mostly California.
Look, I've only been over on this side of the world.
You've never been over there at all for nothing?
Nothing. I've been through Maine before, so I've literally been, like, Texas is the farthest I've been, but then I've been to quite a few of the places onto East Coast.
California's beautiful. I mean, Oregon and Washington are beautiful too. I'm gonna have to look it up. One of these days I'll make it to Chonk Fest. I think that looks fun.
We just need to get out of the heat.
Yeah, I gotta get out of the South. It's too hot. Like, I love Savannah, Georgia. I love New Orleans.
Oh,
New Orleans, I couldn't live there because of the weather. I can't deal with the flooding.
Savannah is way too hot.
And Savannah's too hot and humid, even
Yeah.
though it's so beautiful.
I love Savannah, Georgia, but it's so old and so beautiful. Like, one of my favorite places when we would go vacation would be Savannah. Not that far from where I grew up, but still so humid.
Yeah.
Most of Georgia is really humid, especially on the water.
I want to have at least 3 seasons. At least 3.
Which one can you live without?
Spring.
Yeah.
I mean, really summer, but I know that's not a thing. I'd give up spring.
All right, beachy area.
Ooh, 125, really?
Probably away from the water.
No fucking thank you to that.
Okay, Long Beach.
Where are the vampires at? That's where I want to be. Santa Cruz. I want me some Lost Boys vibes. Point me in the right place. I know Heather knows where the vampires are. Oh, Apollo, here's his dad.
I at first couldn't tell which tri-blur I saw fly by me.
Which tricolor?
Which tri-blur, because I just saw a blur.
Well, the bigger blur is Apollo.
Well, they look the same when they're blurring. You'll see your dad in a little bit, baby.
He says Dad says hi every day when he comes home.
Why isn't he saying hi right now?
He's trying not to interrupt my live, buddy.
Well,
He says, I don't care about that.
He goes, I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that is.
He goes, you are alive. You've been alive the whole time.
He just huffed over there. He's like, I can smell that Dad is here.
He's upset.
Oh yeah, Massachusetts. I haven't been to a lot of places on the East Coast, and it just seems so like spooky and awesome, and I don't know. I'm so down for it, and I'm down for the cold. Like, I have my Jeep's 4-wheel drive. Like, I can drive around in the snow. I know how to do that from living in Oregon, so the cold does not scare me. But if it gets any hotter, Texas is just gonna have to close down. Like, it had a good run. It was his own country for a minute. It's just too hot here. Like, it's breaking things. It breaks people's cars.
Right.
Even newer cars, it's breaking like our power grid because they don't want to try and share the power with nobody else.
I'm like, we're gonna have nothing. Like, rolling blackouts is not something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's too hot. $600 electric bills are not something I'm looking forward to either because I keep it cold. Okay.
Dude, and even sometimes then when it's hot enough, the apartment is sweltering.
It never gets sweltering.
It
feels like it because I like it to be 50 fucking degrees in here. It hit 70. Lauren's like, I'm dying.
No, we went to the Airbnb. And I walked in and we're like, did you put the AC?
They're like, it's too fucking hot in here. What the hell? I'm like, it's 73, and yes, I just pushed it down. I got you. I've ruined everybody. Everybody that lives with me for more than a month is just ruined in terms of temperature because I keep it cold as fuck in here.
She went to Egypt and had a missing persons report on me.
What happened? I've been all over the place. Oh, shit. Wasn't there a doll associated with that? Am I remembering properly? There was one really special doll that you were making at that time. Am I remembering right? It's been a minute, but I feel like I remember that, like, time. I didn't know you had a missing persons report out, though. That's scary.
Jeez. I mean, she didn't know it until she came back. It's like, oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm fine.
I found myself.
No, I feel like there was a doll or some dolls that were inspired by that trip, if I remember right. Yes. Yeah. See, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not senile yet.
Neither do I.
I have all this useless reborn history in my head.
Man.
Like, I remember when that happened and that happened and that happened.
Well, we should play Reborn Trivia. Too bad I wasn't here long enough to know any of it.
I mean, you've been around. You just haven't been. You didn't really make videos till you got on Laura's channel.
Yeah.
But I remember you commenting on my stuff a long time ago.
I mean, I was around, but I didn't know like a lot of people.
That's so cool. I would love to go there. But again, I hate to travel because my body hates me.
I used to have that childhood obsession with ancient Egypt. I used to know a lot, but now I don't remember anything I used to know.
That was your special interest for a minute?
For a good minute.
That and dolphins.
Dolphins.
Tell them about the bird.
Oh my god, I had to learn all about the stupid parakeet because my mom got me a parakeet for Christmas, and I'm like, I don't even want this bird, but I don't want it to die, so I had to learn all about the stupid bird. Funny story about that is my mom made it as a gift from my negligent father, who I don't see, and I hated him even more because I'm like, he got me the stupid bird.
Now I have to learn about this stupid bird. Fuck that guy.
Basically. I didn't want a parakeet. I'm like, I don't want a bird, but I don't want to neglect the bird. So I'm reading a book on
You're like, I don't want a bird, but I don't want even more a dead bird.
Basically, so I had to learn all about the stupid bird.
Aww.
The best things for the bird. I'd be reading on the bus. I'd be like, what are you reading, Lauren? About this stupid bird.
Stupid bird.
That's basically what I would say. I'd lift the book and say, about this stupid bird that I got. It was thrust upon me. Yeah, most, I think, 9-year-olds would be thrilled to get their own pet. I was just like, I don't want a bird.
Miss me with that bird.
Basically. The bird did
cursing your dad's name. He didn't even have nothing to do with it.
I mean, that's the one thing. That bird did like to sit in the back of my hair and what would they used to do? When they would like
make a little nest?
No, not nest. It would like, I think it's called preening.
Oh yeah.
That bird would do that to me. Even though it was very cage aggressive.
But I think all parakeets tend to be that way.
After the bird was out of the cage, it was fine.
You didn't train it to jump on your finger when you put your finger in there? I had parakeets for a minute when I was much younger.
Well, you see, what I figured out later on, well, I didn't figure it out. I figured it out immediately, but I didn't want a second bird. It was like, it needs someone to no.
Mine knew step up when I put my finger in there, step up. And it would step off the perch onto my finger.
Mine would hop on, if I had a sock on my hand, it would hop on the sock and then come out. But if it was a hand, it'd try to eat your hand. But the sock was fine.
That bird knew that you didn't care for it. That's what it is.
But it's
like, what do you want? I know you hate me.
But it preened me. Just me. Never wanted to do that with anybody else but me.
What'd you name it?
Speedy.
Speedy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the names of mine.
Mine was the green kind, the lime green kind. I feel like I need to I don't want you. Never mind.
I had a white, mostly white with like some purple in it. I had a blue and purple one and a green one. And my dad brought them down when I moved the first time from Oregon to Texas. He brought them down in his truck in the cages. And he was like, I thought my dad knew. My dad's very much a lover of animals. He was very much a really compassionate, awesome dude. But these birds were like chirping and making noise the whole fucking way that he's driving, right? And that's like a couple day trip at least, even if you have your foot to the gas pedal most of the time. But I'm like, how are they doing? Whatever their fucking names were. And he's like, these fucking birds, they just going and going. They're chirping and chirping and chirping. I'm going nuts. And I'm like, did you cover the cage? And he goes, what? Like, if you cover the cage, they'll sleep for a little bit. And he's like, well, why didn't you tell me that? I was like, oh, I thought that was like a,
obvious thing,
commonly known fact.
Everyone covers the bird cage.
Guess my dad never had birds.
So the parakeet thing. Is it true that if it's pink up there or blue up there, that's boy or girl?
On their nose? I have no idea.
That's what I thought it said before, but that little fucker was purple. I'm like, what is the gender of this bird?
It's a non-binary bird.
Before non-binary was cool, that's what my bird was.
I don't know if that's accurate. That sounds
remember.
Too.
Look, I was like 8 or 9 years old. If it said it, I believed it.
Well, you read up on it.
I
Shouldn't
did.
you have this information?
Well, who knows how outdated that knowledge was. I was going through the Georgia public school library,
yeah.
so don't.
It's different down here, the education system.
Don't come at me. I learned what I could. I made sure there was no fans on. Everybody knew the bird was going to come out. And I told them, don't come out of your rooms. I don't want to chase the bird. Because the bird deserves to have a little bit of a wing stretch before we clip it.
Aww.
And
you're like, I care about this dumb bird, okay?
I have to care about this dumb bird. I read the books.
I read the manual for this bird.
I read the manual. I clean up its poop. Aww. You know, once you clean up its poop, you kind of get bonded to the stupid little thing.
Is that the bonding process?
Apparently. And then you got to change out its water.
I guess I'm not bonded to any of my dolls then, because they don't poop.
Well, only with animals.
I never understood that, by the way. The drink and wet, the drink and feed and poop, whatever it is, system. Isn't that one of the pluses of having a doll versus a real child, is you don't have to clean up no kind of mess?
Correct, to me.
For me, it is.
I
think that's the edge of realism where I don't need to go no further. Like, no, we're good.
Look, I liked the bait. Like, when I was a kid, I liked the doll stuff that looked like it was food, but didn't go into the doll. It was just like, you had this little lever on the bottom of the spoon where it was like, oh, look, it's berries, and you put it up against the doll's mouth. Oh, look, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's about as much realism as I want.
Yeah, I just don't, like, mine sometimes be staying in a diaper for 6 months or more, okay? Because they're sitting on the shelf and they're looking pretty and cute, and I don't be messing with them. So I don't know. No shade to people if they're into that, if they like that level of realism. It doesn't do anything for me.
Did anyone else ever get mad, like, when we used to have, like, baby dolls and their cloth would show? Because I used to get mad if like... I
used to be really, super anal retentive about that.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it would just make me angry, and that's when they used to mostly do quarter limbs. Before I knew what that's what
like with meant. Your own personal dolls, you mean, like when you were a kid, a little kid?
Yes, I used to get mad if the cloth would show.
Oh, I'm talking about, like, when I would do, like, changing videos.
Yeah, those.
I would never want to show like the cloth part,
which
is really tricky. Like when I would do videos with like Prim and stuff. It's really hard to not get like a snippet of the cloth in there, and then that just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, that carried over into my adult doll collecting. But when I was a kid, I look back and I'm like, man, I was even mad about that. And that was back when dolls were made with, before I even knew what that was, quarter limbs and stuff. And I'm like, no, I can't put, like, no, I don't like this doll. What? It's showing its cloth, and then you know it's not real. My mom's like, everybody knows your doll's not real. I'm like, shh.
You're like, why would you tell me that?
Exactly. I'm like, don't you say that.
You're ruining it for me.
I liked, like, there was this one doll I had, Baby Tumbles, where the outfit was built onto the doll, and I'm like, I love it. There's no cloth body. I don't have to change this thing.
You're like, this is made for me.
Basically, I was like, I don't have to do nothing.
See, that would irritate me if I couldn't change the clothes.
No, I was happy with this one. Because this one literally tumbled around.
Yeah, the mold is what concerns me. Because I don't feel like you can ever get it clean enough or like dried out enough.
Like, how are you supposed to flush that?
And then those dolls are so expensive. Like the silicones with that system installed is just insane. Like I wouldn't even want to touch it.
Right.
You're talking about car prices and shit.
Girl,
I could get another Jeep.
Man, I wish. I wish I had the money to be able to afford a car. And if I wanted to a silicone doll, I probably wouldn't. Because I have cords I live with, and they're so cute, and they like things. They like to eat, they like to chew on beef sticks, and I like to buy it for them.
They also like to destroy things, which is why my doll stuff is in a locked room in the house so that none of the little Monster High accessories can go in their mouths.
Like, not just locked, but there is a baby padlock.
Oh yeah, it's real secure. Because there's too many... The reborns I don't worry about so much. It's all the Monster High dolls with their little tiny purses and little tiny pets and fucking little cell phones that are the size of my fingernail.
Well, we don't need
They would swallow those.
Exactly. We wouldn't know it until,
Nope, I don't need that. I like to keep my vet bills low and my dogs healthy.
Right. I like to keep the health high and the bills low. I think Apollo fell asleep at the door waiting for
Oh,
his
baby.
so cute. It's still his post-dinner nap. That lasts for a little bit.
Athena's like laid across my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Percy's probably in there playing with Dad.
He should be. He likes it.
Yeah, Andy stole my baby boy corgi. He's like, he's mine now. I'm like, sure.
I'm like,
He still loves Mama.
he does. He napped with us today.
I
It was
know.
so cute.
He's so crazy. So wild and crazy.
And didn't I say to you with him, like, I don't want the baby to get so big.
Yeah, you did.
He's getting there.
Because he's going to be 2 in July.
He's going to be 50-something days.
56 days, you said?
56 days. I'm not counting down enough.
Man, I remember like when Zeus started to get a little bit like gray in the muzzle and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Em. She's like, oh, he's getting a little bit gray in his muzzle. And I just burst out into tears. Because I was like, he can't get old. He can't. Like, I can't deal with it.
Right.
They're not here for a long enough time.
They're not.
Not to be depressing, but it is depressing.
They'd never be here for a long enough time.
No, it'd have to be exactly the amount of time that I'm here. That's the right amount of time.
What day is his birthday?
Oh my gosh, 9. Do you know which day his birthday is? Percy's is July 9th. He'll be 2.
It's a little cancer for him.
Chewy.
And Percy will be 2 in July. That I can't believe.
He's growing up.
I remember him as a tiny little floppy-eared baby.
I know.
He was so small. Like, I look at him now and I can't even believe he used to be that small.
He has the same face, though. He always had that I'm about to do your taxes grown-up face.
My favorite. July 13th. That's
Oh my
so
gosh.
Cool. They're almost birthday buddies.
They are almost birthday buddies.
Does that also make him a Cancer?
I think that's Cancer. Yeah. Should be.
You know, we're back onto the astrology. But for dogs. Excuse me, dog, what is your birthday? I need to know your
Let me do your chart.
I need to do your sun, moon, and risings.
Emily, you still in here?
I haven't seen you talking for a minute.
It's probably time for me to go and have dinner myself.
Right? Yeah, since we fed the dogs.
It's fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for joining,
And
for saying hi, for hanging out. Even if you didn't say hi, thanks for being here.
And hearing about our follow-up to our adventure.
Yes. My reluctant adventure to the Airbnb.
I'm glad it's over. You sound like me anytime we have to leave the house.
I will say, so I'm going to upload a video in membership that shows the house that we stayed in, and it's very nice. But the stairs, I thought it was just me, okay, because my body's all jacked up, my joints are all fucked. So I was like, God, these stairs are brutal. Like, they're so steep and just built in this way that was like killing me. I think I went up and down twice because I was like, I can't do it. I can't handle it. But I thought it was just me. And then Andy's like, no, the stairs are awful. They're terrible. And Lauren was having trouble too. I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. They must be real fucking bad then. I don't know what it was because they look fine. They look like normal, nice stairs. But when you're climbing them,
they're very steep.
Yeah.
And narrow. Like,
yeah.
They're not built just right.
They look fine. You would never know by looking at them. But oh my God.
They're not the Goldilocks level of
They're not.
They're not the.
They're far from it.
What was it? The baby bears were the perfect one. They're not baby bear level.
They're not just right.
They're not just right.
They're spicy.
They're spicy. They're just
painful.
They are. And all I can think about if we lived there is, you know how many times I'd have to like forget things on the bottom floor and be like, it just.
I'd just have to forget it. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Or if I was downstairs, I live down here now. I can't go up these stairs.
Well, and I would never want the dogs on those. No. Like they got carried up and down.
Man.
I would never want them to go down those stairs themselves. I can just see the somersaulting and, broken bones at the end of that shit.
Oh my god.
I don't need that kind of
You know,
stress in my life.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I see, because corgis have their problems, is a lot of times if you have an older corgi, I've seen people having to carry their corgis up and down their stairs.
Well, we have to with Athena because she can't do stairs at all.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't even want to fuck with that.
Yeah, when I watch Maple, she'll run away from you when you have to climb, when she has to go up and down the stairs. I'm like, girl, just get up the stairs.
Maple and Morty, is it?
Yeah. Morty cried.
Anyway, I'm gonna go have dinner. Thank you for hanging out. I love you guys.
Good night.
I will be making some doll videos soon. I promise. I know I keep saying that. I promise I will do it.
Maybe there'll be another live before then.
I'm gonna be inside a lot more now that it's getting super hot because I just can't handle it.
Oh no. It wasn't even the hottest day today and it was brutal.
Yeah, I'm a real extreme homebody in the summer because I just can't. I gotta be where there's air conditioning.
I've become one.
It's just awful here. But doll videos coming, I promise. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.